Alright, good day, my friends. How's things going out there in YouTube model building land with you guys? So today, since it's a beautiful day out, I got my kits out. We're gonna do some building, maybe some priming, prepping for paint. I'm almost ready to paint some stuff here too, but you know what? Since I got some time today, nobody's around to bug me, everybody is gone, I'm gonna do an open box and review on this kit. Maybe I should turn a light on, that might be better. Let's do that. Let's get some light on this subject, extra light. Man, this is a beautiful box. I really love this box. I can't help staring at it. I'm like a kid in a candy store. Because I think I mentioned last time, you know what, I remember these being a teenager way back in the late 70s when these come out. This, I would probably spend a lot of time, I remember, looking at the hobby shop and checking out this picture. I love NASCAR cars back then, and this was one of the kits. I like the Petty kit the most. I think that was my #1 favorite kit back then, and it still is because it looks awesome, and I can't believe they're remaking that one. And that's on my wish list coming up, I think the end of this year, so maybe I'll Christmas present to myself if I get some money. So that's what we're gonna do. Beautiful boxing, NASCAR series. Look at this. Oh my god, that is fantastic. Look at the cage and everything. Very well done for even back then. Now we did go to the old Googleness. Googleness has a couple of these kits on the eBays, and check this out, 284 bucks right now. And of course this guy must have taken video lessons from me, or picture lessons, because look at it, it's upside down like substandard style. And you also got this one, this kit here, 175 this guy's wanting. And for this kit I paid the old price of, that's right, $30 with no decals. So I think that was a pretty good deal. I think. So let's do an unboxing of this. How about that? And let's get right into this kit. And believe it or not, we got a bonus in this. It's a coupon bonus. Gee wilker, I wonder if I send it away I can get something out of this special offer. So it is a MPC 125th. I will highlight that, and of course I can't video and open the box. I'll let you stare at the duster for a little bit as I open it up. Wow, check this out. So it's very nicely packaged and wrapped. Let's start with her body. Wow, look at that, all the flashings. Is this coming in clear? I can't see. Yeah, all the flashings are still on the kit. Look at that. You got a little bit of roof flashing like most kits, and a tiny bit of bottom flashing on the wheel well. I can see that. So nobody has touched this body, her body. And wow, very nice, very nice. I'm gonna guess there's a bit of flashing there. So yeah, you can see. Oh no, that's not flashing. It looks like something had started to melt into that. And you know what? We're not taking any of that. We're painting over top of it because it's a circle track car. Is this coming in? Yeah, so something, tire or glass or something kind of melted into the body. I probably will take that little bit of crap off. Or if it's a dirt car, I might just paint over it and pretend that's mud. Look at that. It's got the window trimmings to hold the window from flying out, so it's got all of that on it. So I really like where that's going right now. That is fantastic. No warpage. Oh, just a hair, just a bit tweedy there, or whatever you want to call it. But you know what? Being a one piece, look at it's very flexible. So everything is. I haven't even looked at this myself. When I was at the swap meet, I just kind of quickly opened it and took a quick peek and just took the guy's word for things because it seemed somewhat complete. Now look at this. Chrome is fantastic. Wow, that's pretty impressive. Old school racing steering wheel that was probably black taped. Ford 9-inch pumpkin there. Wow, that's incredible. I wonder I should build an out-of-box kit on this. Maybe do an IPMS show. Oil coolers and rear end coolers, da 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 da. So nicely wrapped. The guy did a nice job preserving it, and I'm not sure. I'm gonna glass. I want to rewrap the glass. You know what? It's barely got any scratches being loose in the box. A little bit there in the back, but you know what? That'll polish out. And if this is a street stock, I build it that style, it's not getting glass, so that's okay. Let's put that aside. We're gonna do the decals. We're gonna do the instructions at the end. Here we go. The hood. Hood looks typical cowl induction. Da 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 da. Hood. Nicely done. Nicely done. They did a decent job. And did I say that already? I got a feeling this came from the AMT annual kit. So now it's showing a bit of flash on the body plastic, the rear valence pan. A little bit of flash there. Nothing we can't deal with. I don't know what this is. Probably a front piece of some sort. Now something I didn't check to see. I didn't even look at it. Just like I said, I quickly opened it, took a look, and it's like, wow, it's almost all there. And then I asked him, is it complete? He says, yeah, except for decals. So I'm going to take his word for it. So there we go, the front grille. Almost looks like a Monte Carlo grill a bit too. The rear bumper. A little bit of flash and cutting there. Not much. Very impressive for an old kit. Very impressive. The other thing is, wow, it does have the 4 tires. Check this out. Check it out. I love these old Blue Streak bias ply kind of tires. Those look fantastic. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be using these. I can pretty well guarantee you. Some more body parts, cylinder heads. Interesting that the cylinder heads are white, but everything else is black. So is the is the block gonna be black? I'm wondering, with white heads. So valve covers, we got all that. Here's the rear spoiler. Believe it or not, look at that. That goes on there. So that predates the modern day airplane spoiler. And the bag is still sealed. Gee williker, I'm scared to open this bag. But, you know, it wouldn't be an unboxing if we kept it in there and left it in. So then I would have to say, yes, this car is complete if the bag has not been opened. So I'm going to ever so gently... No, I'm not going to put it back. I'm going to get a tripod and we're going to come back. Okay, so let's give this a whirl. Let's see how it goes. There you go. We're cutting... How old is this? Almost 50 years old? 40 years old? I don't know. I'm not going to count. 40-year-old plastic we're opening. This is fantastic. And we're going to check things out one thing at a time. So here we go. You know what? Very interesting. The rear end is so small and so skinny. Check that out. We need a different camera lighting angle. Hold on. Maybe that's better. Maybe. So here we go. Look at the front strut assembly. That's kind of interesting. Very cool. Very cool. Very basic back then. Look how small even the rear end is. The housings and that. There's the top of the housing, 2-piece. Some of the, that's the drive shaft. Yeah, wow, that's the drive shaft right here. That's funky. Front spindles, some springs. Holy gee williker. Yeah, very basic and simple. What else do you got here? You got some roll caging and padding, some front bars. Here's some supports. I think that's a rear end support to add extra strength. We got the rear fuel cell. Front, I think that's the front with hoop where the rad goes in. I'm not sure. Look at very tiny rad hoses here. I need a pointer. Even the rad, look at the radiator and top shroud. Holy, teeny tiny for 125. It's quite surprising and amazing. So let's continue on. Here's the rest of the front hoop. Wow, that is so small. I can't get over that. Very similar to the dirt track stock car series that they had, the GTO and that. I'm sure you guys know about it, MPC. So here we go, roll caging. The sidebars, both sidebars look kind of funky. There's the top X bar, the rear bar. Oh, two rear bars. You know what? Interesting. This comes with a couple different ways to build it, maybe. That is a very simplified hoop, and that is a more of a NASCAR caged hoop. So that is something I didn't realize. Here we go, floor pan. Wow, look at that. Again, very similar to this other stock car series. I think the Chevelle stock car had this, the 65 Chevelle stock car, and I think the Monte Carlo had the same type of rear floor pan. So in all its aluminum, and what else do we got? Let's see. There's the engine. So I was right. Did have the heads were white. There's one part of the block. Wow, look at that block. That's pretty freaking ugly. It's got no, it's just a flat cast. And the huge oil pan. Look at the fan belt assembly. All black. Wow, it's going to be a bitch to paint. I think this is the exhaust dumps right there. I guess it's not good to have a black pointer. You can't see. Exhaust dumps, I think. Headers. Wow, yeah, I don't know. It's pretty ugly. Not the beautiful of kit. I love these rims, the old steel rims. That's interesting. Whether we use these or not, who knows? I don't know how to build this kit yet, but this is in the future if we even do build it, because you know what? It's too fantastic on its own. So yeah, there we go. Set of 4 steely rims from way back in the day. Look at these tiny shocks, tiny shocks, little tiny fan blade. Wow, that's crazy. Some interior sheet metal, including the dash and gauges. Look at that. Oh wow, look at the gauge package. That's so simple and basic, eh? Some wheel backings you got right there. Some kind of the wheel. I think those are inserts into these backings. Yeah, that's what it is. You cut that out and you insert the backings in there. So looking good so far. Front, that's the front firewall. Just a chunk of there. What else do we got? Some more exhaust headers. A lot of miscellaneous stuff. What else do we got? Oh, there's the back half. So guys, talk about back halving chassis. There you go. This one comes 2 pieces. You got the other one that I showed you. Where was that? Right here. And that one. So they glue in together there. And I think some models you can alter the wheelbase. Here was a longer wheelbase and there was a shorter wheelbase. But I'm not sure if this was one of the kits or if this goes with the other kits. Yeah, with the other kits to depending on what chassis you're using, so to speak. And what else do we got? I don't know what that is. No clue. So pedals. Here you got some pedals there. And there's the intake. Wow, cross ram intake. Isn't that fantastic? Yeah, don't worry about my beat up hands. It got beat up on, or fingers. Got beat up on building the bike, of course. So, or playing with bikes and whatever else I got going on. And we got this beautiful NASCAR seat. Wow, that's pretty funky, but very typical of the seats back then. And the other part of the block, engine block, black. Man, I think that's about it. There's only a couple little pieces here. The other part of the exhaust and another wheel backing type of thing. So my friends, looking pretty good, pretty neat. So I tried videoing this as best as I could in my shitty lighting situation. So now we'll give a go with the instruction sheet. Let's take a look at that. Okay, so instruction time. Look at that, the big NASCAR 56 Chevelle. That was the number of Jim Hurtubise way back in the early 70s. NPC models, blah 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 blah. This is a replica race kit, number 1703. And of course they tell you what you will need to build this kit. You know, that's pretty cool. It tells you to follow the numbers step by step. And it does give you a little write-up on this. Jim Hurtubise is a veteran championship car driver and appeared in the Indy 500 many times. And you know what? That is totally correct. I don't remember him much as a NASCAR driver. I didn't hear about him back in the day, but they did make a model for him. So what can you say about that? Miller Highlight, sponsored Chevelle, driving around the circuits and super speedways. So pretty cool, pretty cool. I like it. I like that little intro. Now let's open this up and see what we got. Look at that, step by step. Wow, the instructions are so cool. It's hard to believe. Wow, these are quite amazing to see. Even the instruction sheet, I'm just like, big smile on my face because this is so cool. And there we go, like I said, it's got a spoiler with the Chevrolet on the back. Wow, I really like that. That is freaking fantastic. Shows you where to place the decals. You know, I'm almost tempted to build it with these decaling type of you can buy new decals and put new decals on this. Tempted, we'll see. Then they show you that, paint the bottom silver. That's kind of funky too. Fuel cell, some of the structure, look at that, wow. Engine assembly. That's kind of cool. This is, the engine is just plain ugly, let's face it, kids. Fan assembly, that's pretty simple. Engine is just beyond simple. That's kind of crazy. There we go. There's the rear end, comes two pieces, front and back. You Ford 9-inch with support. Yeah, they give extra support because back then they were pretty weak, the rear ends, under 200 mile per hour load. There we go. We got 4 quad shock system, so it's got very shocking to me. Front suspension, highlighting the build on that. Very simple front suspension with, again, quad shock system. And I already pointed out the 2 hoops, the front support hoop and the front radiator hoop area. Rad, oil pump, oil cooler. Then we got putting the wheels and tires, the old pin style. Wow, very simple pin style. Brake cylinder, the seat, showed you all of this stuff. That's pretty cool. And then after you get that basics put on, then you put on the roll caging. So again, very cool roll cage setup. I do like the roll cage. I think the best part out of this kit. Some of the bottom suspension, like I said. There's the exhaust. What is this? Paint wood brown. Oh, that's the dash. Okay, that's the dash assembly. Actually, the dash assembly is one of the more difficult parts in this kit. So that's kind of funky. Sorry, I'm trying to close the paper. Well preserved instructions. Well preserved. So, and then to finish off the caging. Oh, there we go. That's the top hoop. I thought I showed you that. I thought it was an option for the back, but it's the top of the hoop. So that's what it is. And the rear bars, rear suspension bars, and the final engine fitment and that. Very neat. I think this is the coolest thing ever. Doesn't say how many pieces. I'm kind of curious. Let's go back and count them, Chuck. No, I don't think so. So my friends, yeah, this fantastic. I can't believe I'm actually doing an unboxing and a review of this kit. Man, that's after what? How many years? So there you have it, kids. An unboxing of a classic, and I say classic because as of this year, this kit is 50 years old. From what I can see in my sources, This was issued in 1972-ish. So that makes it pretty much 50 years old. Incredible, incredible find for 30 bucks. At least for me, I think it is. And you know what? It's kind of funny because Jim Hurtubise, he was never a popular NASCAR driver. He raced maybe 2 races a year for 10, 15 years-ish, somewhere in the 70s and 60s. So, you know, it's kind of, I'm guessing they made this kit just because of the sponsorship type of thing. The Miller High Life sponsorship. That would be my guess. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. You know, I can't guess. That's just presumpting. But the Petty kit and the Pearson kit are also awesome kits out of this series and collection, the NASCAR series. So you know what? Hope you enjoyed this unboxing, and it's going to go away in storage because we're not building this for a little while till I decide to do some of my other circle track race cars and build some of those, which might be who knows when. Anyways, I'm rambling, blah blah blah. This is my longest video ever. So you know what? That means we should shut up and end it, right, Chuck? So my friends, until next time, I might have another unboxing coming up. That unboxing will be a little bit shorter, but this one, I had to do it. It was a long one because it was just too awesome of a kit, and I'm thrilled to get this after what? Since the mid-70s I've wanted this. So awesome beans. See you next time. Cheers, my friends. Stay awesome until then.